and welcome back to another episode of Relentless TV. I'm Kelly Murray, and I am here today with some of my most favorite people. In fact, probably some of your most favorite people as well. I'm here with our in-house Ad Ninja team. Of course, there are a few that aren't able to join us today, so shout out to Danielle, Jose, Jonathan, and Elijah. Wish you were here, guys. We miss you. But who I do have, I'd like to introduce to my left. This is Miss Angela. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. They're going to tell you who they are, what they do here, and I don't know, maybe something that you love about working at Relentless. What's up, guys?
All right. Hey, my name's Angela. I've been with Relentless for almost a year, and I absolutely love being able to play with the numbers and be as efficient as we can with your accounts. Your marketing means the world to me, and it's really great to see that growth and improvement in your businesses.
Hi, I'm Casey. I've been here almost 6 months. At first, I really loved all the numbers, just like Angela, but I really grew to love all of my clients. So many of them are super inspiring, just your stories of how you got started, how you've endured. And so I really appreciate being able to help you grow this business and chase after those dreams and this impact that you're having on the community. It's great.
Hey, I'm Tanner. I've been here for almost 3.5 years. I grew up in the martial arts industry starting when I was 4 years old. So I love the martial arts, and I love that we have a community of people who are sharing that with the world. And my favorite part is just being able to help you guys change the world. So.
All right, so as you can see, a very dedicated, passionate group of people. Thank you guys for being here. This is so exciting. We wanted to invite our Ad Ninjas onto this episode really for one reason, and that is so that they could help us understand what makes a really great Relentless client. So you guys are the ones doing all the magic, right? You are the magicians behind the scenes, really making all of this happen. So I figure who better to ask, what does it take? Because obviously you guys have a big responsibility, right? You, like Tanner said, you guys are really helping these martial arts and fitness business owners create an opportunity for their community to experience the many benefits of the program. But this is a relationship, right? So as much responsibility as you guys have to make this work, we also want to let our clients know their role in our partnership as well. So today we're going to focus on what makes a great Relentless client, so that you guys are able to get the most out of the partnership here. So starting with, I guess, that very concept that we are in fact a partnership. When we think about being in a partnership with you, we want you to know that we consider ourselves part of your team. So you bring us on board with your business and we become all together a team helping you to market your programs. So tell me, and anyone can answer, what are some of the things that our clients should know about their role in our partnership?
I think just communication-wise, and having that mindset of us being a partner with you. We have so many resources, so many collective years of marketing experience, but also martial arts experience that we can really help you in areas that might be a blind spot or somewhere where we can help you grow.
So even asking questions, right? Like even being able to come to you and ask questions about what your opinion is or what your advice is for certain things, and utilizing you guys as a resource, I think is a great point. Angela, did you have anything to add?
Yeah, to add to that, just really being transparent about your area. We need you to be the expert in your school, your demographic, and whom you're targeting. We'll do the data and the analytics and take care of everything marketing related. We really, really love to hear when you think that there's a good area to market, a good school to market, or even these residents aren't going to be willing to travel just across this river here. And having that knowledge is just going to help us all. Huge resources, you.
So I'm hearing like, we're going to help you by providing you with our experience, our knowledge, our insights, and then we also need them to help us with their knowledge, their experience, their insights. It sounds a lot like communication. All right. And you also said something, both of you said something important. I heard data. My ears perked up because I love that as well. And obviously being a consultant in the martial arts space, data is crucial. So I know, Tanner, you've run a martial arts school before. tell us how important it is for our clients specifically to really become masters of the metrics.
Yes.
How is that helpful for us?
Yes. Well, first of all, you really want to look at your KPIs, your key performance indicators, to make decisions on your business. Really, the numbers they tell a story, and so when you keep track of those numbers, you're able to kind of see where in the funnel are we losing people, where are we doing good, what are we doing bad at. So that being said, with marketing, kind of your KPIs that you have to keep track of is the lead to trial conversions and then the trial to membership conversions. From there, if you guys communicate with us on where you're lacking or where you're succeeding, we're able to kind of shift the funnel or shift our tactics in a way that's going to help you convert more.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is the same data points that we use to decide how your team is performing internally. And so it's no different for us here. Knowing if you're struggling more with lead to trial, or maybe you're just not getting enough leads, helps us determine if it's a quantity or quality issue. Maybe you're getting those leads to come in and experience their first class, but they're not enrolling. We're able to offer some experience or tips on how to improve your sales system. So just getting a little more specific about what the challenges are makes our job easier because it gives us more insight as to where we can help. Okay, anything else to add in regards to how they can be a better partner for us? Did we forget anything?
I think just one thing is sometimes we're going to ask you to do something that you may not have done before. We might ask you to try out a new trial offer or change the funnel. And it might be kind of scary at first because you've never done it before. But the nice thing about being with an agency is that we have hundreds of clients. So we've seen every offer, we've seen every funnel. We can see what's been working for other clients and what hasn't. And so we ask you to trust us because we have some insight that you may not have as just one single school owner. We have data on a lot of schools that we can use.
I love that. And trust is a really big thing because, again, you're teaming up with us because hopefully you trust that we're going to be able to help you grow. So along those same lines, when it comes to trusting us, Casey, I know sometimes it's common for people to say, like, I don't really like that ad. I don't like this graphic. This doesn't really feel like us. This ad feels cheesy. I mean, we've kind of heard some of those things probably more often than we would like. So what is the advice for someone who is feeling that way, who's just kind of sitting there looking at it as a martial arts school instructor or as a fitness coach and saying, that doesn't really speak to me?
Yeah, we get this a lot. But as we were just talking about those KPIs and what's actually working and what's worked for our other clients, these are tried and true ads that we're running. And we do have tests. We do want to have it be on brand for you, but we want to get you results because at the end of the day, that's the most important thing is getting people in your door and getting them to become a member. I also think you never know. You might think, oh, this ad is so cheesy. And then it does better than anything else we've ever ran for you. And so it's always good to test and see what's working despite our own emotions or how we feel about it, especially when we ask you for like a video of yourself talking or photos from your class where you're teaching. You might be self-conscious just to get over those fears and really realize people want to see who you are and connect with you.
That's great. So trust, communication, almost like we're giving relationship advice, right? It's like, come to our marriage therapy counseling session. But yeah, I think it's really common for us to sort of look at what we're seeing and project our own opinions or our own experience. But remember, you are likely not the avatar that we're trying to get a hold of, right? That we're trying to capture. So trust us, obviously communicate with us, allow us to do our job. We want to make decisions based on data, not opinion, not emotion, not whether the sky is blue or gray that day. We want to be really data-driven about our approach. So you keeping track of your most important metrics is also really helpful for that. So content, because this is another big one, right? It's there's not a lot we ask of our clients, but content every month, as you guys know, is a big one. It's a big ask. We know it's time consuming. We know that you guys are running a business. You're not in business to create content. But unfortunately, it is a part of how we are able to be successful in the marketing efforts. So Angela, tell us some best practices when it comes to our clients submitting their content.
Absolutely. So one big thing is just really being mindful of the content that you're sending in. Can we roll the tapes here?
Roll the tapes.
All right. Check out this video. So this is a best practice video because it is everything that a parent wants their kid to be involved in. These kids are having so much fun, but they're also engaged like crazy with the instructor here. We love this. It pulled in a ton of views and even more success with the leads just because it pulls at those parents' heartstrings. That's what we love. They're having fun, they're making friends, and they're engaged with what's going on. Maybe learning some discipline in there, but really, really a good class environment there. Now, this video, we had a client that really went above and beyond. Note that they kept with our script. They trusted our process for what we set into place for them, but they had some fun. They captured some really good, engaging material here while making the prospect stop their scroll. And that's exactly what this did. Now, as far as photos, it's really beneficial to have one subject. It could be a group maybe of 3 students, but one primary subject that's going to be the focus of the image is very important. Again, having fun and or being disciplined and gaining those life skills that the parents want to see their kids being engaged in.
I mean, I also heard you guys say a little while ago, like, you have to be okay with being uncomfortable. Sure. Are you guys a little uncomfortable today? I forced you to be on this episode of, these are not actors, folks. They're certainly not social media content creators. They're not influencers. They mostly work behind the scenes. So I think they're doing a fantastic job being on camera and expressing, what we find important. But that's what we're asking from you as well, is show up, do your best, and show us who you are. So I love that, Casey, that's kind of what you had said before. Tell me more about content. So we have recently kind of get a little more organized as far as when we want our content in. So tell us about deadlines and what we can expect from that.
Deadlines. We're looking to send out the materials, our requests. So we're going to provide you with the theme, with the script, so you have what you need to be able to get that to us by the 15th. So we'll send it by the 1st of the month prior, and you get it to us by the 15th. So we can set up your campaigns and have them ready to go on the 1st of the month that theme is for.
And if you set yourself a reminder, just know that that's going to be the case every single month.
And keep in mind, this is a little bit different than we've done it in the past. For the most part, we'll send out a month's material, you get it into us, and we'll have a new campaign ready for you in 3 days. That really doesn't work in the marketing world. So improving this process is huge for all of us. We're really excited about these changes. Having that material into us by the 15th of the month helps us to make decisions based off of your ads instead of a turnaround time, planning it strategically so that once your existing campaign is starting to lose its oomph, that's when we hit the trigger and get the new campaign in. So for that reason, rolling with the punches, understanding that sometimes we might not even use the material that you send in as much as we appreciate it, we promise. Having that ready to go is invaluable for all parties involved.
Yeah. So, I mean, to that point, I've heard sometimes people are a little confused. They take time to create content and then it doesn't end up getting utilized in the ad campaigns. So while I can relate that is probably super frustrating, you are spending time creating it. We do, going back to our original kind of statement here, we do make decisions based on data and what's working and what are giving us great results. So if we don't need to switch out the campaign, I'm hearing that don't panic. Mm-hmm. Right? That's okay, that it's probably because the campaign that's running is doing its job and there's no reason to change it. What is the strategy behind that? Is it just because if it's not broke, don't fix it?
Absolutely, Kelly. That is absolutely it. Yeah. we will see a lot of different trends going up and down with your ads, especially in the beginning. So to interrupt a campaign that's doing really well, just to refresh content, that's not going to be good business model. That's not going to help your results in any way. So yes, data-driven, watching it, babysitting every single day. We do optimize your ads every day. So we'll be able to make that judgment call and do what's best for your spending.
And I think it's good to know, which our clients might not know if we're running your ads. You probably haven't run ads before. When you start a new campaign, you usually spend quite a bit up front finding out what's going to work, what specific ad is going to work, if it's going to be the video or if it's going to be a photo or if it's going to be a photo of the class versus one of just one student. And so starting a new campaign has a bit of an upfront cost. So that's another reason we like to keep on old campaigns if they're doing really well. If it's not broke, don't fix it. And we don't want to waste your money. We want to get you really good results. And I love the new deadlines because we're moving into being proactive instead of reactive. And it's going to be so much better for your business for us to have these things ready to go and not have to waste money on a campaign that's not working just because you send in materials at a different time than when your campaign is getting worn out.
So we want to have it ready to go just in case, basically. So we understand it's a little disappointing if we don't get to utilize your cute photos and videos, but it is important to have them in case we need them. Yeah.
Just a little something to add is that sometimes the results of a campaign can diminish like within a few days. And so that's why getting these material in, having a campaign set just in case is so important, because before we'd see that the campaign stopped working and then we have to wait for material and then we wait to get the material all set up. And while we're getting it all set up, your ads are just not working. And so with this system, it allows us to be prepared for when your ads stop working so we can switch it out as soon as possible.
I love it. I mean, I'm all for more organization, more streamlined. So the other thing, and we kind of went over this, but I want to go back. We're not professional TV newscasters, by the way. We are all amateurs, so we're bouncing around a little bit. Thanks for your patience. But let's go back to something you had mentioned about the quality of the content. And Tanner, you had said this earlier, like choosing who is the representative for your brand, that matters, right? I mean, if you're obviously, if you're running a martial arts school for kids, or if you're trying to highlight adult jujitsu, you want to make sure that the person doing the talking head is the right fit for your audience, that they're a pretty good speaker, that they're animated, that they look somewhat professional. I mean, they don't need to look super like uptight and serious. That's not necessarily professional, but they do need to be aligned to your brand, right? And they need to be somewhat, I don't want to say attractive as in physically good looking, but attractive to the audience, meaning the audience should want to pay attention. They should be engaged. They should feel like the person that they're listening to is someone they trust, someone that they could trust, someone they want to learn from. So kind of thinking about that, anything to add when it comes to deciding who's in charge of creating the content? Does it have to be the studio owner?
Definitely not. And you have to think about who is primarily signing up for your program. So for kids martial arts, it's the mom signing up their kids. And so when you think about the options you have in your studio, if it's you and maybe a young mom that's an instructor, or a teenage boy that's an instructor, you might want to go with the young mom because she's going to be more relatable to these moms that are most likely going to sign up.
Yeah.
And to add on to that, that's not always going to, every account is different. All ads are different. So in some areas, those moms want to see a role model. They are excited by, wow, my son would love this guy. He is going to look up to him, and that's what's going to get them excited. Work with your ad manager. We will, always be assessing your account or your ads to see what works and what doesn't. And sometimes if your scripted video isn't performing, just changing the person and doing those tests. We love tests in marketing. That's what we're here for.
You guys are like scientists
Absolutely.
in a lab,
mad
you know,
kind.
like mixing all those. In fact, here's a clip of some scientists in a lab. Enjoy. And we're back. So yeah, I think understanding, I mean, this goes back to what we said before about communication. Ask questions. How did that ad perform? How did you think I sounded on that talking head? Do you think I should get someone else involved? And obviously, you know, put your feelings aside. If we're giving you that direction that it shouldn't be you, don't take it personally, right? It's all a big science experiment in the lab. Okay, Tanner, question for you. Mm-hmm. This is a hypothetical. So I am a martial arts school owner and I am super busy. I have, you know, a team to run. I have a business to run. If I can't get you all the content, what should I do?
Well, a few options. One, if you can delegate it to somebody else,
Okay.
start with that. Like we just talked about, you don't have to be the one in charge of it all. So front desk manager or head instructor, even the assistants can help get content. You can have an assistant pull out a phone, take a few pictures during class. And so get the team involved. That's number one. If you can't do that for whatever reason, just as much content as possible.
So in other words, some
is better than nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
I have some clients that even get the parents involved. Parents usually like to take photos of their kids while they're doing these things. And so they'll have them send them pictures and videos, or even asking parents for testimonial videos is super powerful.
Yeah, great tip. All right. Anything else that we can think of that will help our very valued clients be more successful as partners at Relentless? Gifts. You can send your ad managers gifts. That's going to really help your ads perform much better. Starbucks gift cards, edible arrangements delivered right to Kelly Murray at Relentless. I'll share. Don't worry. Well, I really appreciate you guys being here. I think it's safe to say that you guys are in really great hands. And although I don't necessarily know the ins and outs of what's going on with your ad accounts, these guys certainly do. And I can guarantee you that we are working really hard to continue to make our systems and streamline our processes so that you guys are continuously getting the results that you're after. As always, we're here to help. So please let us know if there's anything we can do. And we can't wait to see you next time on Relentless TV.